you hear about that and it transfers to AIDS.
Yeah.
But I had symptoms like almost immediately.
Mm.
So within the 2 months, it was about June, April, May, June. That was exactly 2 months.
Wow.
In June, I started to have a fever. Like my entire bed was drenched in sweat. I'm talking, I was sweating out my arm pores, my mattress pad, everything. And so the first night it happened, I was like, that's weird. I mean, I sweat in my sleep, but that's weird.
Yeah.
The second night it happened, I was sweating through the sheets. And then I remember my mom made me dinner. And usually we eat in our rooms, it's nothing new. But we had a staircase that was pretty steep. And I was walking up the stairs and I couldn't make it up the stairs.
Because you were so fatigued.
I was so fatigued out of nowhere. Like it just seemed like all these symptoms just came out one after another. And I remember I literally sat in the middle of the staircase with my plate and I just set my plate down and I called my mom and sister and I was like, "Mom, I can't move." And so my mom came and was like, "What is going on? I'm taking you to the ER." She took me to one ER.
Mm-hmm.
They tested me for everything, flu, strep, whatever. They didn't even test me for STDs there.
Mm.
My mom was like, "They just pushed you to the side. All they gave me was like ibuprofen to lower my fever." She was like, "I'm taking you to another hospital." I go to another hospital. They do all the tests and everything like that. And at the hospital, they didn't do the HIV test, but they did do STD testing.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "I suggest you see an infectious disease doctor."
Mm.
And that's when I made an appointment with an infectious disease doctor.
Storytime. Why I pursued a hookup on Grindr without protection. A decision I will forever regret and that has forever changed my life. It was late, like 12:30 a.m., 1 a.m. in the morning. I was lonely and my depression was taking an all-time hit. The truth is when we're in a place like that, we often don't think clearly. I was seeking intimacy. I just wanted to feel loved. I wanted to feel connection. I wanted human touch. So I didn't think through the consequences. Honestly, contracting an STI or HIV wasn't even on my mind. So the thought of using protection was the furthest thing from my mind. I share this because I don't think I'm alone in making these types of decisions. And unfortunately for me, this decision changed my life. So if you ever find yourself in a position like this, I want you to think twice. Rather than pursuing a hookup with an absolute stranger, reach out to your support system. Utilize your coping strategies. Do something instead. A hookup isn't worth it. If it's your first time seeing my TikTok, just so you know, that hookup on Grindr where I didn't use protection resulted in me contracting HIV. I was diagnosed June 6, 2025.
I was diagnosed with HIV a week after my 18th birthday. How did I contract HIV? Story time! So, me and a best friend of 10 plus years from middle school were living together, and she had her male best friend come over and his nephew. We would hang out a lot and kick it and stuff like that. So then me and the nephew started speaking, talking and stuff like that. We started talking for about 6 months. Then we made it official. Well, we made it official. We were on, talking for about a year. And this man was a good man for what I could think he was. I was 17, I was young and dumb. I didn't think that him going to make these runs and things like that would result in him actually doing other things. But then again, he was gone a lot because he was worked in the streets, if you catch my drift. This man had no symptoms, that from what I could see. Like, we didn't live together, so we weren't always together, but he had no symptoms, like nothing. So I didn't know nothing of it. Mind you, I was tested before I got with him for everything. It was cleared. Everything was great. Everything was all right. We were living our best lives, so I thought. So about 10 months into our relationship, I started feeling like, what's he really doing? He's not giving enough attention. He's not giving, I'm getting all this attention on the side that I want from you. So I confronted him like I do, okay? It starts an argument, of course. So fast forward a little bit, we just argue. Like, we just was arguing, was toxic, but we were still intimate, okay? So I turned 18 and decided to go donate some plasma because I was a broke hoe. And when you go donate plasma, you have to go twice to fill the entire bottle, okay? So when I went, the first time I donated, you know, I got paid. I got my money. And I went back 2 days later. When I came back 2 days later, they pulled me into the room where they do the physicals. And they told me, you are not eligible to donate. You are a do not return because we found traces of HIV in your blood. I was astounded. So at the time, I didn't have a vehicle and I rode the bus. So I took the bus all the way to the doctor's office, crying in disbelief. You know, it's not true. It's not happening. So then I went 2 days later after getting tested to get my results. And they came back in with 4 doctors, knowing I already, thinking I already knew. And I wasn't sure if I had it or not. Next thing you know, they're like, yeah, you have it. This is a therapist if you need one. This was your med doctor. We are going to start you on medication to get your levels where they need to be. Your viral count is the next steps, is getting you on medication. Mind you, I'm in the doctor's office alone, 18, barely, and just found out I have HIV and know nothing about it. I'm thinking I'm going to die. So fast forward to about a month later, I am undetectable. I am unable to transmit the virus to anybody else. Because what HIV is, human immune deficiency virus. It attacks your white blood cells and can eventually take over your whole immune system if untreated. And it can turn to AIDS and you can pass away. But to go back to diagnosis, when I was diagnosed, I messaged him on Facebook Messenger and told him I have been positive. I have been diagnosed positive for HIV. What are you doing? He blocked me. And I have not spoken to that man. Now I'm living 7 years strong almost. It'll be 7 years in July. 7 years HIV positive, strong, and undetectable. I have not passed it to not one person. I am ineligible to pass it to anybody. And it is a bloodborne virus. So with that being said, you cannot get it through spit. You can't get it through kissing. You can't get it through eating, drinking. You can't get it through hugging, touching, none of that. So please get educated. Please know your partners. And even if you don't know your partners, get tested and make sure you get them my charts. Okay? Okay. Would I go back and do it all over again if I could? No. Because this is my testimony. And I'm here to share it with you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. You can comment below or inbox me. Thank you for listening, and you guys have a wonderful day.
Mike, Wanda, Brittany, Melda, Dennis, Mike, I can go on. Scooby, Kiara, thank y'all. Thank y'all for not treating me no differently. Destiny, Sarah, my godmama, Shay, Gigi, Tashana. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I swear from the bottom of my heart. Everybody say I done went MIA, but I have my reasons. I was real sick. My levels were so low for so long. I'm just now getting healthy. Know that I got this virus? No, I'm not losing weight. My ass is gaining. My hair not gone. It got wet, but it's here. It's growing. Edges back like they never left. My health is getting so much better. And I'm exposing my ugly truth. Just cause I've been wanting to do it for so long. I want people that see me to know this is me. This is my truth. And I'm living in it. I love me. But I bounced back. And I know that man up above got me, y'all. He got me like no other. I just really wish people stop falling for anything. I was this man's fool. I was his fool for 4 years, knowing he was unfaithful, knowing he wasn't loyal, knowing he didn't have that much respect for me. I was his fool and continue to be to this day. But today made a new day. That condom on my bathroom floor, when I got this house by myself, when I got my truck by myself, when I buy my kids clothes and Pampers and wipes and all their household necessities and all their food by myself, to wake up with a condom on my floor by someone who gave me HIV. That was the camel that broke his back. Pick him up. It was the camel that broke his back. Because I felt I stuck my neck out to still continue to be with this person after they gave me a terminal illness. I still sat here and showed him the type of love that I have, the type of woman that I am, that if we was to be married, it was death till us do us part. I still even felt without us being married with our condition, it's till death. But you know what? I love myself too much to sit here and keep getting mistreated, to get misused. When I know my heart is pure and I just want love, I just want happiness. I can't see myself keep letting somebody walk over me. It's a saying, if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything, and I'd be damned if I continue to fall. I was his fool, even to this day as we speak. But I ain't nobody fool no more. If he still want to go out, still want to fuck with motherfuckers. And I'll be honest with y'all. Is involved. Said he gave it to him. That my baby daddy gave it. I believe gave it to him. I don't know who gave it to who. All I know, I got it in the end. There's still inbox in his inbox, bitches. Another woman he gave it to, he claimed it's who the condom this morning that I found was for. I don't believe it, but even if it is, hey, he y'all problem now. I can't. I have to stand on my 10 toes and pull my big girl panties up and accept. I'm finna be a single parent. Hopefully he still can. So anybody on my friends list, and I will be taking this to the whole Milwaukee, so I can let the whole Milwaukee know. Earl, my kid's father, who I've been with for 4 years, infected me with HIV. I'm going to show you a little something. Right now, these are the only 2 I have to take for the rest of my life. But while I was pregnant, one moment. Oh, you know what? While I was pregnant, and I got more somewhere else. These is just 4 out of the 6 bottles I had to take. Finding out that I had this illness, it was a reason why I couldn't work, because I used to be so